In the early 2000s, a global climate crisis emerged from humankind's disregard for the Earth and its natural systems. Scientists warned of an apocalypse the likes of which could eradicate human existence. The blaming began, with the leaders of many powerful nations pointing fingers at each other. Eventually, war erupted, and deadly nuclear salvos fired from the biggest superpowers ravaged much of the Earth, destroying and irradiating large portions of its surface. Certain major cities survived, and from the ashes rose again. The survivors did what they could, utilizing the resources of a few very wealthy corporations to combat the climate crisis. For almost a century, civilization has survived, hobbled together with corporate governance and expanded to the few sections of the globe still viable for sustaining human life. Antarctica, once an inhospitable frozen tundra, has become one such bastion for human life. Colonized by a Scottish arms corporation called Militech, Pilatus Antarctica is a thriving metropolis of the future. Last time, on Roll Warriors. Soifeng-Ji and Maikaze's square-off ends with Soifeng-Ji pushing her sister's last breath out of her chest with a heel spike. Saul and Abel help clean house of Maikaze's remaining entourage, and Saul makes doubly sure she is dead with a double tap to the Phoenix chip. Abel almost gets accosted by a cyber-psychotic Soifeng-Ji, and the gang have to carry their unconscious Netrunner out of the House of Blue Lotus Petals. Also, Oslo has a fucking crew. You're standing outside of the club. You have just iced some folks, and Soifeng-Ji is unconscious. And you have just watched Oslo and his new crew roll out.
How the fuck did that guy get a goddamn crew?
I just don't understand how they're more put together than we are. Like, I thought at least if after us, it would be a downgrade for him. But I think he upgraded in this situation.
Yeah, he also looks like... I don't know if you saw it, but, like, he looks like more just put together in general, too. Like, I don't know, are we like the Cedar team? Like, do people come to us...
Like the good luck truck of the posses?
Yeah, like they come to us, and they get fucked up, and then, we're like we're the rebound.
I'm just gonna look over at Candor and be like, that's good news for you, I guess.
Yeah, that means that I only have up to go from here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do I have to lose my hands, though?
Maybe...
I'm rather partial to them.
I don't know, but maybe don't get connected to your feet, more than you already are.
Huh.
She kind of looks down and a little scared.
That was a joke. It was totally...
I don't...
A joke for these really somber times.
Abel, I actually don't know. I think, like, maybe there's some, like, cosmic weird connection where, like, if you're part of our crew, it costs, like, an arm and a leg or some shit to get better. Like, remember that dude that we stole a leg from? Oh my god, he's probably like a billionaire now.
And Candor's like, oh, his name was Stanley Finnan. Let me look him up. Oh, he's dead.
Oh, maybe we were supposed to take his arm too.
Okay, so only 1 out of 2. I mean, 50% still not that bad.
That's better than most pro ballers.
There you go. All right. You want to help me get Sawyer into the back seat, I guess?
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully they don't come wake back up. Yeah, let's shoulder them into the back.
Kander's like, shotgun.
Fuck. Okay, that's fine. I'd rather Soy go apeshit on me if they wake up than attack Kander anyway. Kander, after we get loaded up into the car, I'm just gonna ask that what's going on here? I mean, I know kind of how to handle normal breaks, but I don't know how to handle this with Sufunji. What the fuck happened to her?
Yeah, so cyberpsychosis is a little tricky. It's not so much that she's a different person, but there's just something in her that's shut off where, like, she would normally kind of view us as friends and allies. Now she kind of sees everyone as a potential threat. It's a lot of paranoia. She's gonna have like mood swings, and human empathy's like right out the window. Where are we gonna take her? This is kind of like really taboo. I mean, people are supposed to report cyberpsychosis outbreaks.
What is it? Contagious?
It's not contagious, but she's incredibly volatile and potentially dangerous now. These are the kind of things that like the PCP has like a special division of the people that are tricked out in cyberware to combat individuals like Suifeng-Ji.
Yeah, but I mean, if you haven't noticed, PCP's kind of like gone. That's all I'll say. As he like tries to start the car up.
Well, they're gone from this district, sure.
Well,
they're gone from the South Wharf, actually.
I sincerely doubt how strong they may be, considering the South Wharf was kind of like their base of operations, I guess. But I don't know. Should we take her to like what's her boyfriend's name? Amir, the Ripper guy?
I don't know how much we can trust a Ripper. I mean, if you guys think he's on the level, you could, I suppose.
No, I 100% think that if we take her to, what is it, Amir? That he'll just scrap her for parts and possibly kill us.
Oh, that's dark. But not unforeseen. Should we, like, you think we should just take her back to Dr. White? I mean, he's the dude that did all, like, the chopping and inserting, right? Like, isn't he the one who installed all this shit on her?
Yeah, and I mean, he doesn't really have any choice but to help us.
Yeah, that's true.
There's nobody for him to report to.
Alright.
Is there not, like, a hard reboot? I don't know. Maybe that's insensitive to ask about. But just go back to the last saved data? I don't know.
Most people who don't succumb to cyberpsychosis go through lobotomies.
Well, I mean, I don't think we really need to go through lobotomies because we got something better. And it's all kind of like tap the hunk of metal or the chip on the back of his neck. Like,
she goes, "What are you talking about?"
You don't have to worry about it, but Abel, you think that like Dr. White be able to reboot her from there?
I mean, it's. I don't know, so you'd know as well. Actually, you'd know better than me. Why don't you ask your ghost girlfriend?
Oh, that's true. Hey, sorry. Phoebe, do you remember anything about doing surgeries and stuff?
She says, my kind of medical knowledge is coming back to me in little short waves. But I do remember. I remember the chips. I remember coming up with the technology.
Do you think that they would be technologically sound enough to restore somebody's brain from like cyberpsychosis?
If it's not the root cause.
What if it is the root cause?
Well, you wouldn't have heard her say that.
Saul's putting on a voice and saying everything that she says.
Okay.
He's to the point.
And Cander's very confused.
Yes. This is all while we're driving, too.
I'm just gonna look at Candor and just assume that we're all extremely fucked up. If you haven't done that already.
She goes, okay, are all three of you gonna start behaving this way? Because I don't really want to be around that.
I mean, I don't have any ghosts in my head, but I don't know. It's also only a Tuesday, so.
Yeah, but, okay, I will give you 33% of this team, not including yourself, Candor, but of the three of us, Abel's definitely the most sane. I think I'm like a close second most of the time, and so I find she's pretty sane most of the time too. We just gotta make sure that she's not like going crazy because of this stuff. But I have, I don't know, for lack of a better term, like a ghost of a lady doctor who did some brain research. So, like, Saul's kind of like looking at Claudia / Phoebe as he says this stuff, like with a question in his eyes, like, I'm not trying to mince it, but I kind of am, but I'm not 100% sure. And she might be able to help out with our cyberpsychosis issue. That's one of the reasons why we're trying to get back into Sahara, honestly, is because there's some technology that we're connected to, and we want to, get in touch with it.
Candor's gonna sit there in silence for a second, and then say, wait, you have a cyber ghost in your head?
Yeah, crazy shit, isn't it?
And then she's gonna kind of turn to Abel and like put a hand over her mouth so that Saul can't see what she's saying, and say, wait, do we believe this?
Kind of, but also not, because Dr. White kind of confirmed her existence. So, unless we're all in the same weird fever dream.
She says, okay, I guess I'm internalizing that.
Just compartmentalize it. It's okay.
Just gonna make a new file in my brain called "Everyone That I Know and Care About Is Mentally Unstable / has dead chicks in them." And we're gonna what?
Didn't you have a boyfriend for some time? Or maybe not a boyfriend, but I thought you had a person, at least. Who are you fucking in my apartment?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't really count him. He was just
probably not crazy, so at least you have one.
Well, if I'm going to be honest, the only other person that I have in my life is Smoke, and he's kind of not around anymore thanks to Sahara.
Well, let's try not to lose this one, and I'm just gonna head nod at Sufuji.
You guys pull up in front. There's a couple of Donati's people kind of standing guard. They've taken to wearing some of like the off-duty cop clothes. So like just not the full uniform, but like their exercise wear, just to kind of, I don't know, blend in the neighborhood. Everyone knows that they're Donatis, and everyone knows that the Donatis took the PCP police department. But if you're just passing through or something, you maybe won't look twice at these people standing here looking like cops, and they just kind of see you guys approach and nod you in. And when you enter, you see Holm is kind of walking through, just kind of like keeping an eye on his troops and checking in on people, and he'll walk up and see you guys and say, "Oh, you guys are back. What happened here?"
Just maybe concussion.
Better get that checked out.
Yeah.
I had a cousin once.
Yeah, I think it's their third. Isn't like concussions like a 3-strike you're out situation? Either way, definitely should. Yeah, Dr. White, you got him. I'm just gonna give a pointed look at Saul.
Yeah, we got him set up upstairs, the old psych professor's office or something.
There you go.
Anyway,
perfect.
You guys do anything a little bit?
Other than dropping off Soy, we were figuring it would be time to go get those that heavy firepower.
I was thinking the same thing. I got a team that's ready to go, so when you guys are done here, we can head out.
Okay. Just quick heads up. Do you know how active it is right now? How active the depot is, considering that, from what I've heard, Militech is trying to kind of fly low right now. Like, what do you expect personnel-wise when we get over there?
I expect the building to be fully automated. Based on previous visits and kind of our surveillance of the situation, I haven't seen a single live employee walk in or out of that building in a week.
Okay. All right. I'll make sure we plan accordingly then, I guess. I don't really know if I have enough time to make any micro EMPs, but
just have your credentials on you.
Yeah, and we should be fine.
That award-winning gun salesman smile.
Oh, always.
Do you want awards?
Yeah, yeah.
What is it, like a silver bullet?
I get it. It's funny. No, like I actually won awards for employee of the month and shit like that. Like I sold lots of weaponry to individuals who may not really have deserved said weaponry, but had the money for it.
I thought that was your motto.
Yeah, I find the longer I do this, maybe it's not that great to destabilize, local communities for a profit.
Do you remember how I've been telling you that for a while?
There's a first time for everything, don't you know? So it's definitely me listening. So there.
And it won't be the fucking last, but yeah, it works. Even I can talk to a brick wall sometimes.
Yep, and that's exactly me. A dense brick wall who has no emotions or feelings or thoughts.
You guys are, this is weird.
Oh, this is...
I'm gonna walk away because it's weird.
It's normal banter. No, we do this shit every other day.
Yeah, he's a little bitch. It's fun.
Oh, fuck you too. So I assume we just, kind of lug Soy Fungi into the elevator.
Yep. You can do that, and you'll make your way to the third floor where the on-board psychologist's office was, and Dr. White is in there, and he's elbow deep in a large bomb.
Whoa, that's some sick shit. What are you working with, Doc?
Oh, just something that the boys are wanting me to whip up for their ongoing war against the police and the corporations. Just a your standard issue low grade nuke with offensive anti-electronics technology.
I'll trade you a busted up Soy Fungi if you let me play around in the guts of that thing.
Oh my goodness, what happened? What happened to her? This is becoming quite a regular thing. You're not going to kidnap me again, are you?
No need. I mean, I thought we were trying to, keep you safe last time. I mean, tried to.
I just remember my apartment and burrito maker getting severely damaged.
There's probably a burrito maker down in the cafeteria if, the cafeteria wasn't obliterated during the taking of it, I guess.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Totally fine.
Yeah, it's fine. And that apartment was compromised anyway. That dude guy came over and tried to kill all of us, yourself included. So,
yes, I do appreciate it. I'm just giving you what we in the biz called a good-natured jibbing.
What did you just say?
I don't understand either.
A jibbing. A real real Russell-baloo, if you will.
Oh, are you trying to give me shit?
This makes me a little uncomfortable, Doctor.
Apologies. So, Sufeng-ji, what happened here?
Well, she was fighting her sister, who she's kind of had like a family blood feud with, and she eventually like completely and utterly butchered her sister in a very violent and bloody way. And then she was looking for some data on something, and her brain went all like, shooting lightning and stuff. And then she tried to, kind of kill Abel. And then she collapsed. And Candor over here says that it's like cyber or something.
Oh my. Get her onto my hilarious therapy bench, and we'll see what's going on.
Oh, first,
why is it hilarious?
Do you want me to move that uranium? Because it's like right in the middle of the. Whatever. It's just a hot rock.
Yeah. You can set it next to that desk plant. It's fine.
Okay. And then splop.
Kill two birds with one stone.
One of the plant. You want to kill the plant?
No, I want to turn it into a super murder plant.
I don't think plutonium works that way, Doc.
I think that I'm the one with the science degree.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But don't you have a science degree, James?
Oh shit! Oh fuck! I do. Oh god! I probably have student fucking debts. Oh no!
But Saul doesn't.
Actually, I could have the best of both worlds.
For all you know, James made up the identity of Saul to get out of student debt.
That's the real kicker. It's that we solve everything, all the mysteries are solved, and it's just like, yeah, no, this is just a false identity to get out of student debts. Dope.
But it was like a lot of debt.
That's fine. Who needs it? You can just keep on making up fake names.
Yeah, I mean he'll start to look at Sufeng-ji, and he says, yes, this seems serious. I would agree with the young one about cyberpsychosis. Looks like she's in the later stages, and it doesn't look good for her chances of survival.
So, I was talking to Phoebe in the car about this all, and do you think there's a chance that we could like put her back to factory settings per se if we were to have some way to work with the IPCHE?
I don't want to sound bleak, but the chip is the cause. It's the reason why her cyberpsychosis was triggered in the first place. Her normal body did not have enough implants to cause such an advanced case of cyberpsychosis. This is, if she doesn't get the chip out of her body, she will die.
Okay, well, we're definitely working to get that done as fast as possible. Quick question. What the fuck does that mean for, me and Abel? Could we, snap at any time like this, too?
Well, I could put you under and send you through a series of severely painful brain scans. I think that...
Why is it spicy?
In all likelihood, given the fact that neither of you are as equipped with the cyberware as she is, it's unlikely that you'll develop this advanced case as she has, but there's certainly a risk. These are, prototype models after all.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, you know what? Abel, this is a lot to think about. You want to just go get some guns?
We're just gonna let Dr. White fuck around with Sufeng-ji's brain for a little bit? I think we need to make a clear decision.
Yeah, I think we should go get the guns, and then when we get back, hopefully Sufeng-ji will be a bit better, and we can just go, just go to the Sahara.
Wait, Saul, I'm just confused. Dr. White's told us that it's not things don't look too great. So we might not come back, and there will be a Sufunji to come back to.
I don't. Well, okay.
That's why I'm saying we need to figure out what's going on now with her before we walk away, because this might be.
Well,
Doc, what are you gonna do, Doc?
Yeah.
Well, this is somewhat outside of my field. I'm an engineer. I have a medical degree, but it was Phoebe that was always the genius when it came to brain work. Saul, she is here in the room, yes, my daughter?
Yeah, she's hanging around. She's like, right, I guess south of center, just hanging over my shoulder.
Do you think, can you ask her, do you think that there is a way that this is, that I can slow its progression? Maybe give her some more time?
Phoebe, you think that would work? Do you think, there's a good way for this stuff to slow down? Oh, could you possess me? And give me, the ability to, I don't know, do the right stuff?
She says, I don't have that ability. We've tried everything already. I don't know what my limitations are in this form, but I know that I've been... We tested it before, and I disappeared and went back to the darkness, and I don't want to do that again. So you could tell my dad that I think... Well, first of all, tell him hi, and I love him, and then I cherish him. But second of all, I think that there is... If we could inhibit the chip... we could buy her time. It wouldn't be a permanent solution, but it could help reduce the symptoms and get Suifengji up and moving again until the chip can be removed safely.
Okay. Dr. White, Phoebe says, "Hi, Daddy, love you so much, cool." And she also says that if there's a way to inhibit the chip for, a short period of time, we should be able to keep her inhibit the chip for long enough that when we get Phoebe back up and running, she could do her thing and at least reduce some of the effects of cyberpsychosis.
Okay. Well, I will do my best. I should have everything that I need here. And the principle is sound. The application is manageable, given my skill set. I should be able to do something for her. Like Phoebe says, it will not be permanent. It will not be a cure. It's simply a stall.
Yeah.
The only cure for this is getting it out of her head.
Yeah. Hopefully within a day or two we'll be doing that.
Yes, hopefully. Yeah, Candor speaks up. She's been kind of in the corner, looking downcast the whole time. And she says, I want to stay here. I want to help Dr. White any way I can, and I kind of want to be there when she wakes up.
That's a good call. I think you're the best candidate for that. So stay strong, Candor, and so I'll give her a pat on the shoulder. We're gonna get Soy back to better soon.
You better make sure Candor's completely safe if Sufunji wakes up.
Oh yeah, I've got a pretty strong sedation syringe just ready, inches away, in case something goes south.
And if things go south in a different way, maybe the best way to do it is to hide behind that desk over there and just let Suifengji take care of it.
Okay.
I don't know, but everybody stay safe. We've had kind of a rocky couple of last days. All right, Abel, you want to go pick up some guns with me?
Not really, but let's go.
Yeah, I kind of get how you're feeling. Don't worry, it won't be that bad. This is going to be quick in and out. I hope.
over here. It's Gavin interrupting the action to bring you some ads. This is your opportunity to do some soul searching and ask yourself, am I supporting Roll Warriors on Patreon? If the answer is no, maybe consider changing that about yourself. 2022 is a great opportunity to do all those things you've been meaning to get around to, like subscribing for $5 a month to get exclusive bonus content and get to suggest the prompts for future bonus episodes like some sort of Roman emperor. Go to patreon.com/roll_warriors to join the party with fellow patrons like Daniel Sittler, Billy Young, and James Beatty, and tell us what entertains you. If becoming a patron isn't on your 2022 resolutions, maybe following Roll Warriors on Twitter is what you've been meaning to do. In that case, we'd love to hear from you and just vibe. Lastly, for those who keep thinking, boy, I sure wish I knew more about the cast and characters, you can visit our website at rollwarriorsadventures.weebly.com. That's everything. Hope to be reading your name in the next episode. So I find you wake up, kind of bleary-eyed. You're in kind of an unassuming, like, therapist's office, which is weird. And you see Dr. White standing over you, kind of like tinkering with your head. And Cander's sitting in a chair in the corner and sees you wake up and goes, "Oh, hey, you're back. How are you feeling?"
So Fungi just kind of sits up, looks around, stares at Dr. White. How did I get here? Where am I?
You're in the Donati's, formerly the South Wharf Police Precinct. They gave me a office here in the old therapist's office, so, yeah, apparently you went through some sort of psychotic break, and I installed kind of an inhibitor.
What did you call me, Doc?
I didn't call you anything. I explained what had happened to you. Your friends were worried, so they brought you to me, and I have... There's no easy way to say this, but, you, without having your chip removed, you do not have long.
Who has long for anything, anyway? I'm not sure what you did to me, but for now I won't kill you, Doc. And then Soy Fungi just gets off the table, gets up, starts walking towards Candor, and just sort of stands in front of her and looks at her.
Candor's just gonna, kind of meekly hand you back your agent and also the data chip.
Good child. Soy Fungi snaps it back and immediately inserts it into my brain.
So this intel indicates that dark matter went missing in Virtual around the shipping district monorail system. Evidently, he was going after Uticom for a different company. And their location was further east of the station, but since the company dissolved 20 years ago, the building has been demolished. It's not there anymore. So dark matter's body was not located here, but this is where his signal had bounced off of, and it kind of indicates, to you at least, to your trained understanding of how the net works, that the monorail system is the best place to access the net to find his signal in Virtual. Because if you can find his signal in Virtual, just like when you track down Smoke, right? He was bouncing off of a system, and you were able to track his IP through that bouncing point. But it might be a little bit more complicated than that, because at the time that dark matter was operating, the open net was still a thing that existed.
Okay. So he's in the open net.
Yes.
Looks like it's time for us to go home, Candor. And it looks like we just might be taking the train.
Candor's like, okay, what do we mean by that? That was spooky and ominous.
It seems that Dark Matter has escaped the physical realm, and we have to chase him into Open Network, where there are no rules.
And Candor goes white, and she's like, you realize how dangerous the open net is, right? Like, we could for real die.
It's dangerous to those that know fear. It's dangerous to those who aren't the best! I'll enter open net space, and I'll bend it to my will, and I will find Dark Matter, and he will give me the Hellfire deck. Don't worry, Candor. I don't expect you to be much help, but you can come along for the ride.
Yes, well, I suppose it's good for one of us to have our head on straight.
How about this? When I'm diving, I'll give you the honor of guarding my body.
I'm gonna dive with you.
Are you sure you can handle it?
I'm sure I think you'll need the help.
Candor, are you there?
Yes.
I do need your help. I'm sorry. I can only hold on for just a little bit longer. Just bear with me. I promise, no matter who I am at any given moment, I won't hurt you, okay?
Okay, I trust you.
Was I convincing, child? Are you sure you want to come along?
And Candor stands up, like, kind of matter-of-factly, looks you in the eyes and says, yes, I'm coming.
Good. Let us be on our way to becoming the most powerful net runners in Pallades. And then Sofunji just sort of storms out.
And you just kind of hear Dr. White as you leave go, all right, so you guys go back out front. There is now like a small caravan of 3 box trucks, and 2 of them have people in them, have Donatis in them. Colm is in the lead one, and he'll get out and point to the one at the back, say, you guys could take that one. We'll drive there together, and then Saul, you'll do your magic and get us in. And then once we clear out any defenses and get the doors open, we'll start loading up our stuff and leave you what's left.
All right.
Sound like a plan?
Yeah, that's good enough for me.
It takes not very long to get there. The PCP police precinct was on kind of the like last street of the South Wharf, and just a couple of blocks north in the financial district is where this depot is. The building itself, it looks like a large, ugly concrete cube. The windows along the outside are thin slits 5 feet tall, and the front door is a single reinforced metal door with a kiosk next to it and a turret above it. And everyone pulls off to the side. Two of the trucks kind of go around the back corner, and everyone hops out and kind of waits off to the side while you do your thing.
So I'll like jump out and, crack his knuckles and also look a little bit concerned, but he'll try not to show it. And yeah, he'll go up to the front door and he'll find the entry panel per se, and he will do the classic fingerprint registration while putting in his ID card and also retinal scan.
Yeah, the turret follows you the whole time, kind of just pointing straight at you. But once you enter your credentials, the kiosk glows green, and you hear the big metal door unlock.
And Saul will kind of first wave up to the camera and the turret, and then he will take his ID out of the receptacle and wave back to Colm and Abel and everybody else. And be like, all right, come on in. You guys, a couple of you go around the back, and, everybody else come on with me.
I'm gonna walk in, but position Colm to be between me and the fucking turret. Just like slow it. I'm just gonna lollygag just a smidge.
5 Donatis will come in with you, and Colm and the 2 of you. So there's 8 people total. And then once you enter, there is no main lobby or foyer or anything like that. Simply a long, stark hallway with a square ceiling light every 15 feet. Halfway down the hallway is another kiosk off to the left-hand side. It'll flash and prompt the user to select a purchase order from the list.
All right, yeah, so we'll go through, and he will select not only a purchase order that he had placed a while back, but also he'll ask, Colm, what do you have the exact numberage for the new order? I know we made it on the fly a little while ago.
He pulls up his agent and he says, here are the ones that you've filled already. I also have a list of the stuff that we are needing here today.
Here, let me take a look at the stuff that we gotta get. And then Saul will take a look at it, and he will look through the ordering system and see if he can't adjust an order that was already placed so that it ramps up to pretty much everything. Everything they need to get.
All right, I will have you make a roll, accounting or bureaucracy.
I think this one may fall under accounting a little bit more, just because it's actually like processing the order. But if it was something more along the lines of like talking to somebody, like face to face, I would say it's maybe more bureaucracy.
Yeah, they're both intelligence skills nonetheless, so I can see bureaucracy coming from like a logistical standpoint too. But if you have a better accounting skill, by all means.
Yeah. So I rolled a 7 plus accounting 10, so that's a 17 all day.
Okay. You're entering the this new kind of fake order, and there's like one item that doesn't register in the system, and it locks.
Okay, this has not happened to me before, and why is this doing this? So what kind of...
Colm's like, is there a problem?
It's trying to lock me out of the system for this one item, and Saul look down at like the numbers. Does he recognize what they are? Like what the action?
I mean, it's like it's a rare kind of like a vehicle, not necessarily like a war vehicle, but like definitely like an armored, like flying car, kind of similar to the ones that like Sahara used to extract you, back from the Kennedys. Yeah, and it's saying that it's not available in this location, and that is causing the computer to freeze the order.
Okay, all right. So this is the only thing that's not available here. Do you guys think you can make it without that car, that vehicle? Like, because I can tell you, if we don't take it here today, you guys probably have a good chance of yoinking one from Sahara.
Oh wait, are we going with you on that? I thought that was your thing.
Oh, you're right. Well, I mean, we could, on our out, we could probably get that as the vehicle leaving, you know?
Well, Fidel won't be that happy about it, but if you can promise me that that's what's going to happen, if you come back to the Donatis with one of those from Sahara, it'll take a little bit longer to strip it and rip the credentials out, but it's better than nothing, I suppose.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, if I'll give you the truth, man, if we're not coming back with it, we're probably not coming back. So, yeah, I expect to leave with it from Sahara.
All right, man. I suppose that'll work.
So Saul will go back in and he'll readjust the order to do everything except for the flying carmobile. And, yeah. Do you want me to roll another accounting roll?
Yeah, you can.
Not as bad, not as good. I rolled a 6, so that's 16.
Okay, that's okay. The difficulty has lowered. So, this time the kiosk flashes green, and you kind of hear several doors unlock at the same time.
All right. I know that sound. If we keep going down the hall, I would say go in groups of at least 2 each. But yeah, they opened up new access chambers. Just be careful. Don't try to take anything that's not open and displayed. That will set off the security measures, okay? And we don't want to be fucking around with the kill bots.
Yeah, okay. So this depot has 3 large storerooms. It looks like it'll show you like on the kiosk, like you are here. And the first storeroom is where they keep all military issue guns, ammunitions, and armors. Room number 2 is heavy explosives. This would like be anything larger than a grenade. And then the final storeroom is a garage.
Yeah, I guess Saul will just go with everybody and check like each room one by one just to make sure that everything has unlocked and everything's, processing properly.
Okay. Which room would you like to go in first?
Probably ammunition. Guns and ammunition. I think I'll go in the exact order that you just rather them in. So, because I'm assuming it's guns and ammo, then heavy weaponry, then the garage at the very end.
Yeah. Well, it's not heavy weaponry. Heavy weaponry would be in this first room.
Yeah.
Second room is like plastic explosives, short range missiles, fission bombs, things like that.
So explosives then. Yeah, you know what? Saul will walk past the room with the guns and, signal a couple people to go in there and check everything out. He'll go straight to the explosives.
Okay. I want you to make a perception check as you pass the first room.
Okay. That would be... Let's roll this dice. Okay. Wow, I rolled a 5. Consecutive 7, 6, 5. All right, so then perception is 12, so that's a 17.
Okay, you see a fly buzz into this room out of somewhere. You don't know where this fly came from, but and it goes to the floor where it is promptly incinerated by a small bolt of electricity that shoots from the floor.
Oh no!
You can also hear a low humming sound.
Nobody go anywhere.
Everyone stops.
Saul's gonna grab like I guess like a paperclip or something from his pocket, and he's gonna throw it on the floor in that room.
Yeah, the paperclip just hits the floor.
What the fuck? Security systems? I deactivated the security systems with my... Saul's gonna go back to the kiosk and see if he can understand why the security system's is not deactivated.
Okay. Give me a cybersecurity check.
Okay. That would be just a 17.
So you can see in the each room has its own protective measures. They are still active, and you can't tell why per se, but you know that you as a Militech sales rep should be safe.
All right. Okay. Everybody form up like a line then, I guess, outside, and I'll just hand off. I'll hand stuff off. You guys start funneling it out to outside, but don't go in any of the rooms. I don't know why the tech, why the security is. It seems like they've upped it, but I should be able to go through. They have my DNA on file. So just yeah, I guess we'll just kind of like what the hell is it called? Like a fireman line, I guess, a fire line. We'll do that, I guess.
I mean, this room kind of like the electrical flooring kind of you can hear the hum like lessen when you take a step into the room. You're not electrocuted.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's very good. Okay. All right. And he'll start, funneling them through that fire line.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a while, but it's doable.
Can Saul also kind of like? I mean, he obviously knows a little bit from like the looking at their files on what they got, but can he also kind of just deliberate what he thinks they're going to be doing with all these guns and weapons, like based off of like the ammo that they're getting, the weapons that they're getting, the explosives, stuff like that?
It seems like they are gathering enough munitions to attack some military target.
Oh, okay. That's
probably not enough for like a long conflict, but definitely enough to attack a single fortified military target.
Okay. Yeah. That is concerning, but yeah. Saul's not going to really worry about it too much. They got their own shit. We got their own shit we got to worry about. Saul will continue to do that, and he'll kind of follow the pattern in the next couple of rooms as well. But when he gets to the garage,
you need to go to the second room first. Yeah. If you're going to go in order, there are cameras visible in this room.
Saul will casually step in, or like I guess gingerly step in with a foot, and just see what happens.
Nothing happens when you step into the room. I'll also note there's like a large, so all of the plastic explosives are lined on shelves in the middle of the room. Like all of the shelving is away from walls. Mm-hmm. There's also a large refrigerated blast-proof vault at the far end.
Gotcha. Okay, so Saul will go to the far end first and grab the explosives that he needs out of the refrigerated location.
Okay. You're going to carry a fission bomb by yourself?
He'll start with the plastic explosives once he sees that it's a fission bomb. And he'll start carrying him. What he's going to do is he'll carry it out of the room enough so that he turns the corner so the cameras aren't facing him. And he'll just tell everybody, okay, don't come anywhere near the door opening. There are heavy cameras. They are following me. And I hope that they are just watching me and me alone. After we get everything out of here, I will go alone to the garage and get what's in there. But you guys are getting a fucking fission bomb?
Colm's like, yeah, I mean, we kind of need that. Here's the thought. I've got my Militech security credentials. I could probably go in there with you and help you get that out.
Yeah, let's try that. Just, yeah, that's a good idea. We'll need 2 people definitely to carry it out at least. Fuck.
All right. So yeah, you and Colm come into this room. He's kind of wearing like Militech security getup that he was wearing when, he turned on you during that deal. And he's got his badge prominently displayed. And the 2 of you go into the refrigerated vault and grab the fission bomb. It's heavy, but you can manage it between the 2 of you, and kind of slowly get it out of the room.
Okay. And then after they kind of go around the corner, Saul will have somebody else grab it in his spot, and then he'll tell Abel, just be like, just go out with them if Abel. I'm gonna go to the garage. I think I'm the only one that can get in there at the moment.
Okay. I don't want to get shot up the butt.
Yeah, I don't want that either. I think we want to try to avoid that if able. You get it?
Is that all you got?
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, I'm outplayed by my own game. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Able. I got nothing. Saul will just walk to the garage.
So this garage, it is where they keep all the assault vehicles and octotreads. There are 2 armored vans, 1 armored hover car, and an octotread. Looks to be an older model and has been out of circulation for a couple of years. It's outfitted with a cockpit as well as a remote controller.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, so according to the order sheet, I'm assuming all the vehicles you just described are the ones that Saul will need to take, essentially.
Yes.
Okay, so Saul's going to open up the large back garage door, and he'll put in a security code that will keep it open for like 10 minutes or so. And he'll start wheeling out the armored vehicles first and leaving the octotreads for last.
Can you make another security tech roll for that, please?
Okay, that's great. 15.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll just try to give it a good time horizon. And he'll do his best to get all of like the armored vehicles out first, and then he'll go back for the octotreads.
All right. When the doors open, you see there's like the Donatis have pulled the trucks around to the back, and out of the ventilation system, you can hear some noise, and it just takes this. It sounds like a swarm of like angry insects. And out of the vents come what you have known to be referred to as a blood swarm.
Oh, fuck, everybody in vehicles, now. And Saul will run as fast as he fucking can to try to get into the octotread.
Okay.
I guess I'm following Saul.
You're gonna follow Saul? Okay.
Unless the situation looks like there's a better option. But I'm not sure what my options are at the moment.
Well, would you be out with like the cars with the rest of the Donatis at the moment?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to jump in the nearest vehicle, which is probably not going to be Saul.
Well, one of the do the armored vehicles have any like weapons attached to the outside of them, or like turrets?
Yeah, there are like Gauss cannons on both of them.
Get you in that one of those Gauss cannon fucking turrets.
So here's what happens: the Donatis jump into the trucks and close the doors and roll up the windows, and this red swarm of tiny, like robot insects starts to kind of swarm around those trucks, and you can see it kind of start to seep into the cracks in the vehicles.
Saul's gonna start waving to them like wildly while running, like go, 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 get out of here.
Yeah, it is not quick enough for the lead truck. They start to pull out, and the swarm, you could see it make it inside of the cabin with the two Donatis inside, and in just a few seconds, they like explode.
Question: does Saul know if these are like biological entities, or are they more like nanobots?
They are remote automated insects. So they are nanobots essentially. And you can see there's a kiosk in this room.
Fuck. Yeah, I guess Saul will change his trajectory and run to the kiosk and try to shut off all of that if able.
The other car has started to just kind of try to shoot. They saw what happened to the first truck, and they're now just kind of all shooting their guns at the swarm, which is there's like little holes that form, but there's millions of these things.
Saul's gonna scream and as he's like running and just say like, use electric weapons, EMPs.
Okay, Colm, he pulls out a taser. That's all he's got.
Better than nothing, I guess.
And he's trying to tase. They are also, the swarm is also starting to move towards Abel.
What are my options, Doc?
Well, there are two armored vans, this armored hover car, an Octotread, and 3 trucks, one now filled with the blood of exploded folks. The second truck is being kind of attempted to be defended by these Donatis, and there's millions of swarming blood swarm, kind of all around everything.
So they got into the truck. They got into a truck.
Did. They got into the truck through kind of the ventilation shafts, through cracks. However,
I guess I should try to get into an armored van.
All right, give me an athletics to just kind of run as fast as you can.
Rolled a 10 with
nice
3, and that would be just a simple 24.
Damn.
Yeah, 24. So you take off at high speeds. A couple of the swarm kind of get on you, and you can sort of like feel pricks as they cut into your skin, and like your arm starts to feel numb, almost as if like the arteries are being clogged.
Oh, gross.
But yeah, you make it to this armored car and like thrust the door open and dive inside and close it behind you, and suddenly like the entire window, your entire view is just red, and like the buzzing and kind of tapping of these things trying to get in is all around you.
Tapping at my chamber door. Saul? I know he can't hear me, but I'm just going to yell for him. And I'm going to activate P-Brain so that, like, P-Brain, eat whatever comes in.
The P-Brain's just, like, hopping around. This armored car, it is kind of more, like, airtight than the box trucks. And so, but there are still, like, a couple of gaps, and, like, a few of the swarms start to filter in. And yeah, P-Brain is just like going to town, chomping down on a couple and like zapping others with its like little taser. Saul, what are you doing?
Saul's running to the kiosk and trying to do whatever the fuck he can. This has obviously never happened, and the first thing he thinks about is this is a trap. Somebody set them up, especially considering that 2 people with the proper credentials shouldn't have set off the security system like this. So yeah, he's going to try to do another cyber security roll. Oh, he did not go to ITT Tech. That's a 13.
Yeah, you start like trying to bypass the security measures of this blood swarm. You notice that you are not being attacked by the swarm at all. They seem to be completely ignoring you. But like you can see, you're able to get to a screen with a shut off, but it has a timer, and the timer is like 2 minutes.
Salt doesn't understand it. He's gonna try to do whatever he can to I don't know, to shut that off as soon as possible.
You give me another one, this time with a -2 because you're acting under like extreme stress.
That would be an 11 then. I rolled a 3.
Yeah, so this timer is still just counting down. It says blood swarm deactivation will commence in T minus 145, 144, 143.
Saul's gonna then run, I guess, to the to Octotread, try to jump in and see if there's any sort of like EMP based weaponry.
Okay. Yeah, give me an athletics roll because you're gonna have to kind of climb up into this thing. It's offline, and it is like hooked up to the wall.
Nice. Okay, that is an 8, so that's a 17 altogether. 9 plus 7, or sorry, 9 plus 8.
Okay. The cockpit thing, it's a little stuck. It hasn't been used in a while, so you're like trying to, jam this thing open. Meanwhile, you can look over and you see another one of the Donatis who just kind of cut and run to try to flee, has just become like bloody pulp on the sidewalk, and the others are like desperately just like shooting and swatting and doing all they can to keep the swarm at bay. Abel, you're in this van, and like the buzzing is still just kind of deafeningly loud, and P-Brain is starting to get kind of overwhelmed by the number of bots that are breaking through. What are you doing? Anything else?
I guess I'm going to try to start the vehicle and see if I can drive.
Vomit uncontrollably.
What? And does this have any sort of weaponry that I can use?
You see the Gauss cannon controls in front of you.
What is a Gauss cannon?
It is kind of like a mortar, but it's just like a mortar with a directed. Instead of being like lobbed, it's fired straight out.
Well, that's not going to do me much good against this fucking swarm of bots. And are we closed in right now?
Are you closed in, or is everyone closed in?
Are we like in the garage closed in, or can I drive out of the building?
The garage door is open.
I'm going to try to drive out of the garage.
Give me a drive land vehicles roll.
Cool. What's the base stat
2
for that?
The base stat is reflex.
Could I instead use my evasion skills?
Why?
Because I am trying to evade the situation and
by driving.
But mainly with an emphasis. I'll just roll the dice. Oh, another 10. And a 4. All right, reflex. That'll be 22.
Okay, minus 2 for extreme stress, so 20.
20.
Yes. Okay. So you are able to you're able to drive this thing. It at first you can't see anything because of how condensed the swarm is around you, but as you start to give it gas, you can kind of see through the gaps a little bit, and you're able to not kill anybody while driving through the 2 trucks.
Holy shit, I'm learning shit. Maybe I'll get my learner's permit after this situation. I obviously need to learn how to drive a vehicle.
Yeah, one of these days. All right, Saul. The cockpit finally opens to this octotread, and you can get inside.
Oh shit. Okay, let's see if I remember how to use one of these fuckers. Saul will start playing around with the controls and try to find the EMP pulse, or well, the EM pulse, I guess. And he wants to move the octotread out far enough that he gets all of the swarm within the pulse, even if it does kind of like turn off the vehicles for a little bit.
Okay. So what this is going to be, it's not actually, this thing doesn't have like an EMP built into it, but what it does have is kind of an electrical shield. And so you surmise that if you turn on the shield and then kind of push it over, like into overdrive or whatever, you can kind of like burst it, and push it out of you with enough effect to catch the swarm. But it's not going to be a big that far outside of the octotread, so there's a possibility you won't catch everything in the pulse.
So yes, I will go ahead and do that. Do you want me to? What kind of roll would that be? Would that be like a tech roll, or would that be? I'm not sure what roll that would be.
Let me go with land vehicle tech.
Okay.
Because it says skill of repairing and maintaining vehicles that move on land, but I could also see it being used as a catch-all for doing shit with land vehicles that's not in the instruction manual.
Okay, I'm down with that.
So yeah, doing something with it that's not designed its intended purpose.
Okay, so that is, I have an 8 to that ability plus a 6, so 14.
14. Yeah, you do this little shield burst, and it looks like you caught maybe 40% of the swarm. The rest are still kind of targeting people. Phoebe's just like, we got to be a bigger target somehow.
Saul will open up the chamber, and he's gonna try to whip his his ID card out, like on the ground.
Okay, so you open the cockpit, you take your D badge off, and throw it to the ground, and suddenly every bot that was attacking other people is going to shoot in your direction.
Saul slams the fucking the cockpit closed as fast as possible, then like puts on the blast shields.
All right, yeah, give me another one of those land vehicle tech rolls.
Ooh, I've not gotten a 10 at all tonight, but my rolls have all been decent. That's a 9, so a 9 plus 8 is 17.
Okay, this time, as soon as like the swarm starts kind of like biting at the octotread, you can start, like, they crowd your vision like they did with Abel, and you hit this shield thing again, and this time kind of everything around you suddenly just drops to the ground.
So I was gonna like sit in the cockpit for a moment and just like breathe, and then take another like minute or two, and he's not gonna move until like somebody probably like taps on the glass or something.
Yeah, Abel, what are you doing?
So my swarm has like left me?
Yeah, everything charged at Saul when he took his badge off.
Then I'm gonna slam on the brakes, throw it in reverse, and back up, but without putting my foot on the gas. I'm just gonna like put it in reverse and let it just back up on its own.
Culm is going to like kind of stomp up to the octotread and look up and be like, "What the fuck was that?"
When Saul starts to hear that, he'll remove the cockpit and he'll poke his head out. Somebody set up a fucking trap for us, man.
That's possible.
Those those systems aren't even supposed to be here. That shit's for guarding. That's the shit that we release when people try to take the fucking nukes out when they're not allowed to. Not fucking cars. We had clearance for the nukes. We had clearance for every fucking else in there. We had clearance for these cars too. Somebody set up a fucking trap to get us. I hate to say it, but I don't know if we can get, if I or you can get weapons anymore, man. I think we're compromised.
Well, it's possible I am at the very least. I mean, the other security measures didn't seem to want to have anything to do with you until you ripped your badge off. Quick thinking, by the way. I appreciate that. The rest of my guys who are still alive, the 3 of them, appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, they were gunning for me too, so... Fuck. I wasn't careful enough. I wasn't careful enough. I must not have been... I scouted this place out a couple weeks ago. Maybe they installed these measures after I left.
I don't think it's just you. I've been hearing rumblings from Militech. They know some shit's going down in Pilates, and I think they're ramping everything up.
Well, no shit. We were selling them fucking nuclear power for bombs.
Are the rest of the vehicle? I know some of your guys are fucked up, but what's the head count of people who are alive and machinery? I know I saw Abel. Oh, wait, there she is.
We're just gonna slam on the brake.
Saul's gotta stand up with the cockpit all the way opened up, and he's gonna yell at the truck that's casually, slowly backing up. Abel, you alive? Abel?
I'm just gonna tumble out of the vehicle and let it continue backing up into the wall. So I learned how to drive.
It's okay. Wait, you didn't know how to fucking drive?
I have no clue what I'm doing ever, man.
How'd you ride a motorcycle? Oh god! Oh,
very poorly. Very poorly. I have zero ability when it comes to vehicles. Manipulating people, I can do that. Manipulating cars, no, not so much.
Saul's gonna have a little bit of an internal panic of all the crazy shit they've gone through. I think knowing that one of his friends barely knows how to operate vehicles or just vehicles in general sets him on edge a tiny tad bit. You were supposed to be the normal one. Abel.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna run back. Put the car in park.
I'm assuming you do the shitty thing too, where you put a fucking brick on the brake instead of actually just putting it in park.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing that I could do. Thanks for the tip, Saul. Man, see, I knew I was going to learn so many things from you. That's so much easier than just And then if I carry a brick, I could toss it at somebody too. That's great.
Abel, you do you. Colm, I think you should have somebody else drive that.
Well, I was gonna load them up into the flatbeds.
That's even better idea.
We'll take those vans back. Let's see. Shit, we got 4 people. All right, I have 2 people to drive the flatbed trucks. I can load the hover car into one and all the explosives into the other, and then have the other 2 drive those vans back. That tread's yours. Whatever we didn't take in here is yours, obviously. We'll leave that last truck for you guys to take back. And, yeah, I mean, I'm just glad it wasn't Fidel that came with you guys, because I gotta say, he's less amenable than when to cabrones who get his men killed.
Oh, I'm not looking to get anybody fucked up. You know that. I think somebody set something up for us, so just be careful in the future about this stuff, man.
Yeah, will do. I probably shouldn't be undercover in Militech anymore.
I think they're going to get a lot more strict with how they go about doing stuff, so I agree.
All right, well, I'll see you guys. And he loads up the rest of the equipment and divvies up who's driving what, and they all peel out and leave you with an empty box truck and a warehouse now mostly empty of weaponry, but you've got an Octotread. You can kind of see on the telemetry of this thing, it's half charged. It'll run for about an hour.
So I'm gonna let you try.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, if you wanted to give me you could give me like a basic tech roll as well, Saul.
Okay. 16 plus rolled a 6, so that'd be 22.
Okay, so 22. You can, now that you've got more time to kind of inspect this thing, you know that this model of Octotread, it takes an expensive battery. They run on the standard market about 2 million Eurobucks a piece, and this thing is useless after it loses its charge. So that's one of the reasons this model was kind of abandoned. But yeah, you basically have an hour of runtime with this thing for when you need it, and if it's manually operated, you can extend that by 15 minutes.
Okay.
As well, I'll just kind of say, just a blanket term, you guys, within reason, now will just be able to have anything you need. If you're like, I want a gun that kills God, I will be like, no, that's not a thing that was in this warehouse, but explosives, munitions, this giant fucking Gundam are all available for use.